Good plays, bad plays. Capturing the fall. Onivia's highlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. Onivia's highlights keep the fire alive.
See Marcoon moving out to his top side with Wolves.
Yep.
Grom spawning almost immediately because Jankos cleared him right away. Whereas right now he's in the face with no camps.
Spyro, what?
I mean, that is aggression. Or invade the enemy jungle. One of the downsides of having Ivan here versus Kartus is that Kartus is much stronger in the early game, and with setup, they should be able to win fight. Sia just hit 6 though.
Ignited, gets a shield, but yeah, doesn't even need it. Does he? Larson just gets that range, and big whoopsie for Team Heretics.
Spyro goes confident and tries to get the solo kill on the Larson.
There's that ult.
Pretty low.
Wait for the flip. Root caller, beautifully done. He buffers it, but still, they're going to get the range to the flash from Zoelis as well. The dredge line makes it so, and now Larson is going to be hand-fed a second time. Finn absorbing pressure on the top side of the meanwhile.
Most of this is really just happening on the back of Larson's mid pressure. The mid pressure translates into vision in the enemy jungle and falling in the process as well. But in order to do that, they're going to need Larson's pressure, and he's just TP'd bot lane.
He has just TP'd bot lane, so maybe onto Flacket in the 2v1 as he ult against the wall, springs him back. Flacket tries to win it out, but Marcoon survives in the end. We have to see if there's a response play.
Heretics really wants to take down this top turret. They know Larson isn't base without TP available, and they do get away with it. And again, that's the downside of going for that bot play instead of looking for the macro that you aimed for initially. They're gonna get the lane states right now. Comp moving top, Larson going mid, and Finn going to the bot lane. Worth noting that Finn will have TP available, so if they go very aggressive top trying to get the tower, even the Crocodile is going to be able to join.
So let me ask you, are you still like, despite us talking up Rogue in the early game, and I know that you use the word like how can they snowball it, and I think that's very smart to ask. Are you still chilling as Jankos? So I mean, you got 100 CS, you've been able to farm. The early game, yes, a bit of a disaster through mid, but he's now got Leandries. Jankos' individual lead kind of stayed from that first jungle invade. It hasn't really dissipated, and I know Ivan's going to clear slower, but it does feel like it's a big lead that might count for something.
I think whether or not you're chilling depends on how much respect you have for Rogue.
Okay.
Because as a jungler, it's pretty easy to stay even throughout the early game, but what usually happens is if the enemy laners can take the advantage to continuously push you deep into your base onto your tier 2s, they will not only play for turrets, they're going to start taking your camps. And that Jankos might be afraid of. If eventually Larson, Finn, and Comp start hitting his camps, it's not only Marcoon you have to worry about, it's everybody fighting to take your camps. And that's Kartus, that's your biggest nightmare. If you don't get to farm, you're a very, very sad boy.
Yeah, what do you do? Spoken like a true jungler. Do you do lessons? Do you teach people? You'd be a really good teacher, I think. I know you co-stream, I know you do all that, but I feel like you'd make bank absolutely selling like Jungle 101.
Hey, might need some testing one day, but for now,
next year, guys.
For now, I hope that Rogue are going to show us how to shut down the enemy jungler.
Please.
And like you said, Jankos is very strong right now. Herald is spawning, there's 130 in Dragon, there's some big objective fights coming up, and this is going to be Heretics' moment to strike back. Rogue, with that advantage, should be able to always have pressure, should be able to set up good vision and even secure number advantages. But Heretics has control around the Herald and is looking to force. Recognizes, though, I think pretty smartly that, well, Rogue might be a little stronger than we anticipated. If we don't get the perfect engage, well, better just sit back and wait.
And Larson also level 11 here with 1.5 items. He's got the Seeker's Arm Guard so he can jump in, all in, have maybe a Niski-like moment from yesterday and set up with the team, the TP on the backside. Rocks with the setup is coming in here. This is Finn rolling in.
Finn is gonna look for the back line, looking for Spyro and block it.
Call the Forge God, True Barrage does a lot. That Call the Forge God needs to hit, but it does not. Finn can't find it. Wonder flashes in. Larson, though, still doesn't die. As he goes golden, he stops the flank, but the Kartus ult is gonna turn, burn, and not everything in between.
Well, but ultimately, they get a kill. A few people die. They also got the Rift Herald.
So, man, as the TP comes in over this Dragon, they don't want to give it away. The second one here will be smarted down. Rogue still
just have to, you know, like that's one of the things that are so tricky in League. If you're ahead, you don't want to give up anything, but sometimes if you give up a Dragon in this particular case, you can get so much more on the other side.
Force for bot though, Dominus going to be used. Wonder's teleported in, and that's a better teleport play. You force them off the turret. What you're saying, I mean, be careful.
Yeah, they're looking for him right now. He is fairly tanky as Renekton. Level 11, does a flash available as well. We see the Renekton. Redemption dropping immediately. Larssen does not have TP available
There's
here.
a depth charge in the back line though, and even though Larssen can't join in, it might be okay for now. Rogue, Chain of Corruption spreading though as here comes the Requiem. Only a dream for the time being. Turret still falls. Have to walk in blind at 7k, 6k, 5k. This might come down to a flipping the game for Rogue Core. The Forge God comes out, Chain of Corruption into the pit, the steal, no! Markoon gets the smite down, but look at the health bars. Larssen gets a late ulti, but the Requiem this time hurts him even more. Zoelis is just gonna sacrifice his life. Well, you said it, Proxer. Look at those carries, because Rogue were just looking at the Baron, and Team Heretics were out for blood.
And that's the thing here. I am so happy about what Jankos just did. We're probably having somebody, Lil Bobby and Iron 4, wondering, but Jankos, why didn't you flash in? Why didn't you steal the Baron? Well, Grandpa Jankos was one step ahead. He's wise, he's experienced, he knows that if he doesn't tunnel in the objective, which is plays for the fight, they're gonna win.
Wonder might be in trouble, but it is an Ornn getting on out as Trimby thinks about the engage, stops them in their track. Daisy comes out. There's a dredge line for the re-engage. Change Corruption for 3v3 for now, but with the teleport coming in, that's Larssen on the move. The range is there. He's joined on in as Comp uses his own range. Trimby is just dead. A bit of a mistake as Team Heretics came in to save their top lane.
Bot lane.
Is it a mistake, Broxer?
Well, time will tell. At some point, they're definitely going to have to deal with Spyro because that's a Tristana pushing hard with 6 point grubs taken.
Yeah.
And we're going to see it right here. Sure, you get a kill on Trimby, but I think ultimately, at the end of the day, you're not going to care if you're Heretics because you trade a kill and a tier 2.
Picked up the earlier one. They keep taking away some of these resources. Trimby going to use Hex Flash onto Zoelis. He dredge lines out. The crash down, not going to connect. Think about a re-engage. There's great damage from Comp. Man, Ezreal's good at the moment, isn't he? True Shot Barrage onto Trimby, and again, might have been caught out, but as they line up for the Ornn to chew him down, Comp has to run around, and Wonder zones off 3 carries, but Team Heretics' health bar on the side has been disrupted by Finn. Wonder flashes over the wall, and they're running as a 5-man unit. Plus, as you said, with the Tristana 3 items, it's big right now as they siege on 2 fronts. Spyro sits there, spots 2 of Rogue. You can see Team Heretics step up to the plate, try to get some fast pressure. There's the Larssen play. He tries to imitate Faker, but all he finds is Wonder, who gets the train off before dropping down. Turret stays standing, but Spyro is just like, screw it. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna take the turret with me. He tries to rocket jump out. He ulties out for Finn, but he still has flash of his own. He gets a stun down, and for Spyro, maybe it was worth opening up that top side of the map. But in the end, Rogue punish and take down those 2 solo liners.
And once again, we see the macro from Heretics every single time Rogue could go.
Available, no train, but Rogue is throwing everything at the wall. I'm going to throw the word respect out again, but if Rogue die here, the game is over as Wonder runs in. He's taking on the team. He's going to go unstoppable, but there's Larssen's ulti mixed with Comp's damage. True Shot Barrage as well. It's bypassing, it's turning, it's coming back onto Team Heretics. 3 members left standing there in the Baron pit after it resets, but they can go again. They've even found another. Team Heretics are walking
but not
into
only that, Solis on the Nautilus was able to get a lot of picks with the hooks, and they just
push this gold advantage so that they get themselves closer towards a second win.
Yeah, the
LEC.
roles are changing once again, and now after success, they might be able to deal some damage. Both of their flashes down, however, they're getting poked real hard, so they have to pull the trigger soon or their Nexus is about to explode.
But I see Comp's damage, I see them poking them down in the meantime, so the same point can be used for Rogue, right? Top inhibitor going to drop as well. Finn now pressuring with the minion wave and Baron coming in. Rogue moving there as a group. Comp is the one I'm really scared for. It's surprising despite Larssen starting this game with such a big lead. Zoelis caught over the wall for the time being. The poke also good from Flackett. We get the range from Larssen. They push into the base. They're looking for double inhibitor, but isn't too greedy. Trimby goes on in. Wonder sends up an Ornn horn, but Comp only gets nicked on the side. 2 ultis. The big engage tools for Team Heretics are down.
Any champion or tower that's right in front of them, this is how you need to play Rogue's Comp, and they're doing it really, really well.
I love again that, you know,
They have to engage. They have to do it right now.
What do they
it's
do?
the last chance.
I mean, Trimby already burned the ultimate. I think it's up soon, but again, they're getting burnt down. The dredge line pulls Wonder in. He can't do anything. He's taken to the ground. Rogue have opened up triple inhibitor. The minion wave's crashing through the top.
Yeah, Trimby is going to have to look for an engage right about now. You have Varus ult up as well.
He gets
So
one.
they are hunting
On his
now.
last breath, he dies. Chains Corruption's there. They defend for now. Spyro thinking about the angle.
We find a way to go forward soon. Like, they're running out of time. They're just getting poked more and more. And here comes the fight.
And it finally comes through, but they're blasted before it begins. Requiem comes out eventually, but at this point, it's only for a dream. Wonder yanked back in. Zoelis on the Nautilus has been clean, and Rogue played the patient game. And in Brox's words, They waited for Team Heretics to make the mistake with a bit of paraphrasing there and pick up their second win when it matters most.
It's actually really unfortunate for Heretics.